Hello, hello, hello. Anybody out there? I am going live yet again with another Tips That Pop here on Sunday, just about game time for some football lovers. But we'll see. Are you ready to love football? Are you ready to be loving some improvement and some tips about getting found on LinkedIn out of millions? That's what I'm going to talk about today, guys. But first, I would like to see who is out there and make sure, unlike my last LinkedIn Live yesterday, I have learned and I'm hoping that you guys can hear me better. So I would love to see, for the people that are out there, if you can hear me now, let me know in the comments below, please, if you can hear me now. And I'm going to give people a moment to join. Pull things up on another window so that I can see if anybody's out there. But I am indeed live. I see it myself. Now it's a matter of seeing the 23 or so people that I can find out there to let me know if you are seeing this. So please add a comment. And great, I hear some people out there. I read Piyush and Samuel. That's awesome. You guys are seeing and hearing me. You can see my screen share, yes? You see that little graphic that I have up there? Because that's kind of the next thing too. It's one thing to be able to hear me, and hopefully it sounds normal too. I just want to make sure of that. Yesterday it was kind of garbled, and I'm trying things a new way. So if you wouldn't mind letting me know if everything sounds normal, if I sound like I'm talking normally, I would love to hear it. Excellent. I am seeing that yes, you can. That was just recently. Awesome. So yes, back to the screen. I think you guys are seeing the screen as well because I am seeing it. I'm getting a better hang of this StreamYard thingy. But I would like to know, rather than everybody saying hi and where you're from, I'd like a different twist on this, please, in the comments. And whether you see this live or you see this later, do me a favor, will you? Tell me in a brief statement what sets you apart. Okay, what is your value statement? I would love to hear it. And then today, what I'd like to get into is I would like to hang on a second. This ticker is not showing correctly. Let's move down to that ticker. And I'd like to get into showing your value first. That's why I want you guys to add in a comment, what is it that sells you, if you will, right? And thanks again for letting me know, Andreas. I appreciate that. Glad it sounds normal. I had a snafu with that yesterday. And look at this, Daniel. My last topic of the day will be about you, my friend. People will have to stay and wait and see what I mean by that. It won't be long. I'm going to keep this one short today. But guys, show your value first. I'm going to ask you to leave a comment. Think about it if you need to. But what I'd really like to know, and I want you to be showing to people, is what is your value statement? If you have one statement, you got in an elevator with the perfect hiring manager, the perfect client, if you're a business, what would that one statement be? How would you sell yourself, selling your value? That's what I mean by this first part here, showing your value first. Because here's the thing, today what we're going to cover is getting found out of millions. But even if you do get found, are people going to want to click on your profile? Are they going to want to do business with you, or are they going to want to hire you? So let's get this moving. I don't want to take too long on this one today. The issue is your headline can either hurt or help. And I want to give you guys some examples. I'm going to stop my screen share right there. And I'm going to pull up a screen share in a minute here of somebody who actually, on my last live, gave her profile link to get a profile pop-up. And I'm going to do a little bit of a mix here. I will show that person that ties into this really well. But what I want to show here first is I'm going to share my screen and have you guys see as I do a live search. I'm about to do a search for, let me show you something here real quick. LinkedIn came out and said project manager is one of the top 10 jobs that were identified as having the greatest number of openings. Okay, so this is a real deal. This is published by LinkedIn. You guys can see it up here at the top. And of the jobs, software developer, sales rep, project manager number 3 with 3.9 million jobs. So we could click in that and we could find out more about it. But here they tell you more about it. And by the way, here's something I want you guys to pay attention to. The top in-demand skills. these had better be in your profile so that you can be found for it if you have those skills. And I presume if you are a PM, you have those skills. So let me back out of this, and I want to show you another thing. If you guys are to go to this link, I'm going to paste this link in the comments because I want you guys to see this. Check that link out. That jumps you right to a way for you to look up what the top skills are. I think it's up to 15 skills you guys can see on the left-hand side. The top 15 skills for a particular job. So if I were to start typing in project manager, the one that is most accurate to what I'm familiar with, because we're not talking clinical, we're not talking construction, and I think what LinkedIn was talking about is this one here, the information technology project manager. Maybe that is in general, and maybe it's broad because there are so many. But look, I mean, some people are known as a program manager. There's a 93% match in terms of the skills. But this page is a relatively new, I think within like a month or two, this just came out. Relatively new feature, and it is huge, guys. All these skills on the left, you had darn well better have them listed in your skills section and in other places on your profile if you have them. It is huge because recruiters are going to be putting in those skills, the ones that are in demand, and they are going to be looking for you and searching for you based on those. So that is one huge tip. Now, what I wanted to get into though was showing your value. So this was all kind of a preamble. I needed to cover that with you guys. I want to get into, I can see the comments here. Oh, by the way, real quick hack, go to my profile, then you go to my posts. And if you save this as a link, you could get down here and you can see the comments, and you could also be looking at most recent. And look at this. Company is, we are innovators. Excellent. Stephanie, it looks like a good value statement for what I can see right off the bat. I love it. Great job. But you guys could go here and you can be following along with the comments even after we're live. Because one of the things that LinkedIn does is it's really hard while this is live for me to be showing what's going on and checking what's going on. So anyway, that's the best way I can do it. But I want to show you guys something here. Here is a search for program or project manager. And I'm going to take off this company. I got ahead of myself. I'm going to clear that and show you what I'm talking about. 33 million results, guys. See that there? There's 33 million results for project manager out of the 722 million that are on LinkedIn. Good luck. Let me guess. Is anybody on this live one of the 10 people here that showed up? If you are, you're lucky. You're probably, that's part of the reason that you showed up here, by the way, is because you're in my area. So you're showing up first to me and you're a secondary connection. So this person is probably the closest to me that fits the bill as simply project manager. She's probably done a good job of putting the rest of those keywords of, well, literally project manager within her profile to be able to show up in the search results. But what if there were a way to get you found, at least on page 1? All you got to do, guys, is get hashtag ONO added the correct way, and 33 million goes down to 15,000. How, for example, I'd like to ask you, was if I scroll down a little bit here, I had a person of, I just have to go to the second page, it looks like. But one of the people that I found was Lynn. And the reason that I skipped a little bit and went to Lynn is because she is giving me a bit more of her value statement. She's not just saying, please give me a job. She's not even including hashtag ONO in the headline. Now, I can do another post on that. I think I will save that for later. But the second topic I was going to get into was that your headline can actually hurt. If you have the actual words, sometimes, now she's lucky here, it's working for her, but it's more important that she's getting found here. You see the bold, and here, and here, and the hashtag ONO as a company, guys. There is the secret. Using hashtag ONO as the company. And I'm going to dig into her profile and show you that and show you why. But you got to start, like I said before, start with your value first, because even if they come to your profile, are they going to feel like you can do the job? And if I go back to page 1, on this search, when I'm scanning, Kelly may be a great project manager or even program manager, but what she's saying in the headline is the default. She's got her current job, this program project manager at her current company. Same thing sort of here, at the company, at the company. So they're not telling me the value. This one's a little better. For example, with Kim, Kim has got a bunch of maybe the different roles that she's interested in, and maybe the industry, which is also another tip that people like to tell you. That's great. But I need to make sure that it jumps out what you can do for me. That's my perspective, guys, if I were a hiring manager, right? And here, for example, person doesn't have the picture showing. and they're probably third degree, which is why I can't even see who they are. It's not even showing me first, second, or third. So they're outside of my network, probably don't have their pictures showing, and they barely have anything in it. And unfortunately, there is another company out there called ONO, but that's not the same thing as hashtag ONO. So again, guys, you got to get more than just saying at ONO. We need to see more like this of your profile information. But I did want to go into Liz specifically because she is doing it the right way in terms of what I would suggest. How? She's got the hashtag ONO as a company. So she picked that as her company. And by picking that as the company, it comes up here and it shows. And right away, you got this red person. If you were to zoom in on it, you could see it has hashtag ONO on that red person with a magnifying glass. In other words, I'm someone who is open to new opportunities. It flat out is clear that that's what you are. It's not some hashtag ONO, you just put it in the middle of nowhere and nobody knows what it means. And then she starts saying, I'm actively looking for a position. And contact me and I will show you how I can add value. That's what I love to see. So she could do a little more proactively to show us exactly how she adds value. And that's beautiful and perfect right here for the about section. Get us to want to open up this about section right now with telling us some top results. Okay, show your value first. Then it's the headline that can help bring people in, realizing, for example, servant leader with a heart. I love that. That was another great example I saw, which is why I wanted to feature this profile from Lynn. But then finally, you use the hashtag ONO company. This guy right here, I click on that, it goes down to here, and then I can see why you are hashtag ONO, why you are using that. And actually, as you saw, out of 33 million people, Lynn is getting found at the top of page 2, right there. So she is if there's 10 per page, by the way, it doesn't show that here, but there's 10 per page. So here's 11 and here's 12. She's found number 12 out of 33 million, guys, because she used hashtag ONO correctly. That's how hashtag ONO works. That's how it's better than hashtag open to work. There's so much more I could go into about this. Can anybody use hashtag ONO? Yes, Stephanie, anybody can. And unfortunately, most people do. They slap it on their profile, and that's not the right way to do it. You, again, start with your value first. Then it will draw people in with a search. The savvy recruiters that are out there will know how to, that's exactly right, by the way. It's open to networking opportunities. That could work too, but it's open to new opportunities. It's something that people can use for job seekers, basically. So ONO, it stands for Open to New Opportunities, Michelle. So anyway, let me see the other comment here. You want to add the hashtag, therefore, when people are looking for people who are open to see you along with others. Correct. But you see, hopefully, Stephanie, that makes sense now. You just went, for example, if you were a project manager, you went from being lost in a sea of 33 million to being number 11 by correctly using hashtag ONO. Hope that made sense. And I just wanted to jump on here and really focus in on that. And then yesterday, someone who volunteered for a profile pop-up was Ada. And I noticed in here, notice her headline, by the way, junior consultant. And then she says open to new opportunities. So again, this fits into my example today. So without me seeing this, now this is great. She's got open to work turned on. She's got the banner photo. And if I dig into it, I can see junior project manager. But I guarantee you she's not going to get found for project manager. Now she's got project management consultant. This is a huge SEO availability. So in the title, I would suggest the biggest tip right here is to change this to be project manager consultant. Maybe if you're trying to be found for an assistant project manager role or junior project manager role, if those are the roles you're seeing, don't say it up here or you sell us here your value. This is more of a tagline in your headline, right? But what I'd rather you do, and let me just change something here on the side, is you use the hashtag ONO company, I guess, like I'm still showing you guys on the banner. So if you did that, like we saw with Lynn, again, let me show it to you. It looks like this. So when you go to choose the company, make sure it looks like this in the name of the company, okay? And then, let me just see. Okay, great, Stephanie, that made sense. That's so great. I'm great to see it. And if that's the case, we are good. And you would add that, Ada. If you see this at some point, I would love for you to do that. But this is huge. This current job and your most recent past job are the two jobs, by the way, that recruiters will check out. So somebody looking for a project manager, even an assistant or junior project manager, is going to look here at your current job most importantly. Have you done it lately? Looking at the time frame. Then they're going to go down to the most recent job, etc. And they're looking here and they don't see that match. So that's another thing that is going a little bit against you right now. You need to make that case both in the description here of the current job, even and also in the second most recent job, but definitely in the about. The about is kind of like your cover letter, guys. Make your case as to what you're great at, what your value statement is. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments. I'll be able to check these comments after the live, but I wanted to keep this short and sweet for you guys. And one other thing I want to do is I am still sharing the screen. I want to see profile. If you type this in as a hashtag, profile pics pop. We are still posting about this. Ian and I are still posting about this. So I want to go in here. If you do that profile pics pop and you sort either by top, which is going to find me on my one, I mentioned it yesterday, apparently. That was the most popular one. It's by top. But if you do by recent, oh, of course, it's not going to work today for some reason. Let me try refreshing the screen. Ian has another post out here today. So let's see if I can get it to come up. One day ago, well, here was one that he did recently. I want to show you that. What he's been doing this week is he's been showing people that, as we're calling it here, the best of the rest. These are people that weren't the ultimate top 3 winners in this contest. But Ian, if you go into his post, does a great job. Click on his profile, go into his latest post. I'm going to walk through and show that to you. You could go down here to activity, and you can then scroll over here on the right as soon as it loads. By the way, this is so slow. I know when you're doing a video share, it's slower. But go to posts, and then you'll see the most recent post that he had, which was 4 hours ago. And here he's got best of the rest, profile up number 21, the 6th post where he's talking about, let me open this up right here to see more. He's talking about how to be visible, right? How to attract people to see your profile. And then he's got a question for you. Which do you like best of these, let's see, 8 pictures that are down here? And most importantly, why? We'd love to hear it in the comments. I would love to have you go visit these posts that we've done. Boy, there's must be, well, 21. I guess there's 21 official posts that Ian has done, and I've done a bunch of them too. Again, you can search that hashtag. You can go in here to profile pics pop. If you find that out on LinkedIn anywhere, you click that, and there you go. There's an example. This time it worked. But follow that hashtag for some tips on getting profile photos that help you the most, because guys, it is really important to make sure that you have a great professional photograph on LinkedIn. And the reason being, because if you look over here on this screen here on the upper left side, it's not even that big. So let me click on my profile. The first thing people are going to see is that picture. Then they're going to see the headline, and they're also right here, and then they're going to see your name. Those are literally in the row that in the order that you see here. It's probably as good a way as any is to see how important it is. Why? Because if I go out here and I start typing in a search for Jared J. Weezy, if I've got a long name like this here for my company that I have, it starts cutting off what's over on the right for the headline. So you don't want too long of a name, the picture, the name, and the headline. You want that all to show up in some places. The longer the name is, the less you're going to see of the headline. So anyway, guys, I want to, let me just check here. Hey, you're welcome, Stephanie. I'm glad that helped. I'm just going to jump back. I'm trying to keep this. I guess I'm going to go under 20 minutes. I just want to end it right there. Again, guys, my challenge to you is please post your value statement. What is your value statement? Post it in the comments, and I will take a look and I will give you some feedback on your value statement. And does that sell you in the seconds you get? Okay, guys, hope you had a great one. Hope this helped, but have another great rest of the weekend here. And let me know if this was a great value add podcast for you, or not podcast, but what do you call these things? Live cast? Streamcast? I don't know. But let me know if it helped. I'd love to hear it. Thanks so much.